Hello, my name is Kyle Edelman, and I'm going to talk a little about what a sports superfan is and the religious aspects behind them. In this presentation, we will delve into the hierophany and ceremonial exchange between these people, and then in the end, I'm going to talk about a case study. So there's a difference between a regular fan and a superfan, and I think it's important to define them pretty quickly. A fan is a person who shows a great deal of enthusiasm for something, like sports, whereas a superfan is any person who is willing to dress not normal, commonly face paint or body paint, for the sake of the team, this is all according to the Huffington Post. Deciphering the difference isn't too hard with sight, but there's clear diameters that fit each of them. So here's a quick example. Two people at an Arizona State football game are watching the game, in just some merchandise and with the team colors. You can see that on the left and right. And they would just be classified as regular fans. But the person in the middle, wearing the Arizona State Stormtrooper outfit, would be a super fan because they're going above and beyond supporting their team. So with that, super fans really aren't these just crazy people who dress up like the Stormtrooper, but they do have a purpose. Delving into their stance in sports deeper, there are psychology, sociology, and physiology in the identity of a superfan. Some big characteristics that define these kind of people are loyalty, status of an in-group, and support. Most superfans are ride or die to their teams, or even their favorite players. According to the Seattle Times, being a superfan can even create a higher self-esteem for fans and teams. So, they really do have a mutual connection and a working relationship with others. Looking into the terms more, hierophany, which is, according to the textbook, the manifestation of the sacred, that could fit the mold of a superfan. Superfans as a whole are seen as sacred by a lot of people, some of these people being the team, regular fans, and even outsiders. Kind of like the job they aim to do is to instill motivation in the people they support. Because of this, they are regarded higher than a regular fan. The Stormtrooper guy is seen as more powerful than a regular fan that he was around. But they do have a holy nature due to them. They get more screen time on television, and they're even the first people athletes will go up to before, after, or even during games or matches. Looking at a second term, gift economy works hand in hand with superfans. So here's the gift exchange. Superfans give the gift of support to these teams or players they're fans of, while teams and players up their performance with their support. This creates a support equals success model, which I have in the third bullet point right there. It's obviously mutually respected, but it's actually not talked about a lot, but the two work together for the better. So to end the discussion, here's a great example of a superfan. It's actually my favorite superfan. His name is Fireman Ed, and he's the biggest superfan of the New York Jets, the NFL team. Since 1986, Ed has led fans in the famous Jets, Jets, Jets chant during kickoffs. And even after September 11th, 2001, his image as a firefighter for New York sports, not even just the Jets, but the Giants, the Mets, was deeper than the sport itself. On the 10th anniversary of 9/11 against the Cowboys, he was honored before the game. The idea of him embodying a franchise and representing the best and worst of an organization is the manifestation of sacredness, while the motivation to play and cheer before and after 9/11 as a symbol of hope and victory fits a gift economy. Fireman Ed, along with thousands of other superfans around the globe, are passionate for their teams, and in the process, they take on religious dimensions. Thanks for listening.